This is Tank's vlog, wrapping up today in sports. October 5th is the day we're wrapping up. It's October 6th today, as the division series gets underway in baseball. Let me clear that up a little bit. Yeah, isn't that nice? A little more clearer. And this is now the real deal playoffs. Now we are in the divisional round. Now there's no breaks. It's all neutral sites. The Astros and Athletics are playing at Dodger Stadium. Looks a little weird, but this whole fucking year's been weird. And the Astros continue to win in this postseason. Carlos Correa must have been hearing that garbage can or getting that buzz. They probably had that buzzer strapped to his arm. Bzz, bzz. Because those Astros, they're a bunch of fucking cheaters. They laid the wood down on the A's today, scoring 4 runs in the 6th to take control of the game on the way to a 10-5 win. A's couldn't get anything done against the Astros bullpen. And now the Astros lead that series at Dodger Stadium 1-0. Now they're going to go straight. There's not going to be any off days. So if this series goes 5, it will be played over 5 straight days, which could change how the pitching approaches go, which is going to be quite interesting when you get to Game 5, if there's a Game 5 or Game 4. Yankees and Rays, they're playing at Petco Park in San Diego. Gerrit Cole gave up a couple of homers, but the Yankees got 3 home runs. We got 3 home runs? Yeah, they got a home run from Hishio, whatever that catcher's name is. Aaron Judge, and the big blow to blow the game open was Giancarlo Stanton hitting a home run, a grand slam in the 9th inning. Yankees take the opener against the Rays 9-3. But this is the game you figure the Rays were going to have a tough time with. Yes, the Yankees had Gerrit Cole on the mound. Now things are going to get harder for the Yankees. They have Deivi Cruz goes against Tyler Glasnow tomorrow. I still think the Rays are going to win this series. I always envision the Yankees winning Game 1 and then losing the next 3. And I still think that's going to happen. While baseball was getting the division series underway, it was NFL Monday Night Football. We had an extra game this week because of the COVID outbreak, or should I say the COVID test positive of Cam Newton. And the Patriots hung in there. They gave the Patriots the Chiefs all they can handle, but Brian Hoyer, a fumble and a sack at the end of the half cost them 6 points. They could have had a lead. They could have had a 9-6 lead going into the third quarter, but they just couldn't get the job done. And then Jarrett Stidham came in, had a good drive, and then threw 2 interceptions. As the Patriots are their own worst enemy, they did a good job defensively on Patrick Mahomes for most of the game. I mean, that Stidham pick 6 was what basically ended the night. But the Patriots, they find ways. They never really get blown out. And if it wasn't for a few mistakes here and there, maybe the Patriots had a chance to win this game. Certainly would have been interesting to see if Cam Newton was healthy and seeing what he could have done in Kansas City. Meanwhile, good news, Falcons fans, you didn't blow a game this week. Bad news is you never had the lead. I mean, Packers just did whatever they could want. I mean, if the Packers really stepped on the gas, they could have hung 50 on the Falcons. Final score, 30-16. Packers moved to 4-0. Falcons moved to 0-4. And eventually Dan Quinn is going to get his ass fired. Eventually, they just got They got to cut the cord sometime. I mean, Dan Quinn is just been a disaster this year. And the Texans, seeing their disaster, finally got rid of Bill O'Brien. Finally. I mean, the trade of DeAndre Hopkins was horrible. And they're 0-4, and they don't got a first, they don't got a second. That goes to the Dolphins. Thanks to Laramie Tunsil. What's Laramie Tunsil doing exactly? All I saw on Sunday was Deshaun Watson on the run for his life. So some of the decisions the Texans have made have been awful. Bill O'Brien's been an awful in-game coach, and now it finally ends. Romeo Crennel is the interim coach, which is a familiar position for Romeo Crennel. He's been interim coach a lot of times. But isn't anyone an interim coach, after all, in sports? I mean, people get hired to get fired. I mean, look at the Browns. Look how many coaches they've been through, including Romeo Crennel.